What's this? Wartime evacuees, escaping the Blitz, back in the 40s. It appears there's a rival Saxton snapper. Station Master.
Mr. Danvers! Saxton treating you well, is it?
Station Master, do you live in Saxton?
That I do. Did the young lady get her purse back?
Delivered personally.
Oh, well done, sir.
Is this a station or a museum?
A station, of course, but we are proud of our past.
I'm guessing your father worked on the trains?
Yes, and his father before him.
So these photographs are personal to you?
When they stay up.
What do you mean?
Blasted things have a habit of falling down during the night.
Still no trains, Station Master?
No trains today, the spring.
Spring tides flood the fens, I know.
Nothing wrong with good old legwork.
So the train tracks are safe to walk?
Well, I didn't say that, but you should be quite safe during the day.
Oh, are there night trains?
No, but the tracks are different at night.
What news, Station Master?
I hear Harbour Cottage has a new tenant.
Me.
Ah, thought it might be. Everything alright, is it?
No, not really. There's no power, and...
And what?
I'm not sure. There's something strange in the dark. Something...
Oh, look at us spooking ourselves.
I imagine this station has a tale to tell.
Oh, indeed it does. A right royal treasury of twice-told tales.
Are any specific to the tracks or these photos?
Well, there was the great crash back in the 20s. The old apple train heading for London, back in my father's time.
What happened?
He was master of this station back then. The apple train ran from Northfield Junction to London, carrying fruit for the local bigwig, Master Gurney. He owned the land around Northfield, and that train. Packed full of ripe apples it was, and his sorting staff.
Sorting staff? To sort the apples?
That's right, poor souls, paid pennies they were. That train had been running for, nigh on 30 years when it happened.
What did happen, station master?
It was the last train that evening, and a foggy night it was. My poor dad was out in the cold at Northfield Junction, waiting to change the tracks. He could hear the train approaching through the fog, so, like he'd done 100 times, he pulled the lever to divert the train on its course. Only the lever jammed, stuck fast. My dad swore the fog itself seemed to curve and twist itself around that junction. It was a queer business, no mistake.
Go on, station master.
Well, my father thought fast, like anyone would in such circumstance. The train would derail when it hit that junction, so he lit his lamp to a fiery red, burning bright in the darkness. Old Tonka, the driver, could spot a red lamp a mile off, normally, but that damned fog. Shouting he was, my poor old dad. That apple train was not slowing for no one. Then it happened. The great engine loomed up out of the fog, and it caught the rails, screamed out its agony. My father threw himself into the reeds by the side of the track, and watched in horror as the carriages toppled and fell into the river. He could hear the screams of the men on board, men he'd known all his life, trapped on the train as the cargo fell upon them, pushing deeper into that murky water.
Oh my God, they drowned?
Every one of them. My dad tried to pull them free, but the bodies were...
Were what? Please tell me.
beyond hope, smashed to pieces amongst the apples. The sweet smell of apples, and the sweet, sickly smell of blood. He only spoke of it once, that same night, in the Bear. A few brandies helped. They always do. Oh boy, that was a night we'd never forget. My poor old dad. Oh, listen to me, getting all emotional. I blame you, sir. Time to get back to work.
A sandwich from the Lighthouse Cafe. Hello again, and hello, George.
Aha, we meet again, Mr. Danvers.
Is there somewhere I can learn about the town?
Oh yes, indeed. The museum should satisfy your curiosity.
A museum? Where is it?
Right there. That's the outer wall. You'll find the entrance at the top of this path.
Excellent. I'll be sure to pop in.
Professor Oogle is away this morning.
Oogle?
Yes, the curator and a dear friend.
I see. When will the museum open?
I'll pop back this afternoon.
Can you suggest some places to visit?
Indeed I can.
Any antique shops, bookshops, craft shops?
There is an antique shop, but I tend to avoid the place.
Why is that?
It's unpleasant, I avoid it. So I suggest you do the same.
Okay, what about local crafts?
Say hello to Bob. Bob Tawney. He has a workshop on Station Lane. You'll like Bob. He's a kind and helpful soul. He's a true Saxton soul.
What do you mean?
His destiny lies here, in the town, like mine.
You've been here a long time?
We are here forever, as it always has been.
Is the lighthouse good for food?
Oh yes, organic local produce only.
Great! I thought food outside London was horrible.
Not here, Nigel, not in Saxton.
What about archaeology?
The museum is your best bet. Come back this afternoon.
I'd love to learn more about the town's ghosts.
Would you now? That's very interesting.
Why, do you think it's silly?
Not at all. Just be careful who you seek.
What do you mean?
Not all of Saxton's dead were pleasant souls in life. So, don't expect pleasant souls in death.
I'll keep that in mind.
Pop back later for tea, I'll have something for you.
May I ask about something else?
Of course, I'll help if I can.
I see a fair is arriving in town.
Yes, it's a yearly event for May Day. Do you like fairgrounds?
No, not really. They tend to be loud, garish, and full of crims.
Oh, what a thing to say. Keep an open mind. You may like Reuben's Fair.
Can you take a look at this item?
Of course, I'll help if I can. You didn't steal that, did you? Oh dear God, whoever would do such a thing? Yes, vanished without trace, dratted creatures. You are getting amazing results. You may be in luck. Seek your destiny. Saxton is an isolated town. A terrible business.
May I ask about something else?
Of course, I'll help if I can.
I'll let you get on with your gardening.
See you soon, my dear.